when I see somebody on you, it makes me die.
It's your girl Bianca. Today, well, as y'all can tell by the title, my identity was stolen. Yeah, so like, it's crazy because I received a call yesterday from a random number. It didn't say unknown or anything. It was just a number supposedly from Ohio, and they told me I didn't answer because when I don't know numbers, I don't answer. So they left a voicemail saying like it had to deal with something about my social, something illegal was going on with my social and all this other stuff. So of course, if you hear that, you gon' ooh Jesus. I just got out the shower and I got my face mask in my hair. You already know, like, if somebody call you like that, then you can automatically call that person back because you know what the is going on with my social. And I called them back. They were saying that they was SSA, which is Social Security Administration, and they sat there and told me that it was some illegal stuff that was going on with my Social Security. And they told me like they want to verify my Social Security to make sure it was me or whatever. So I gave them the information to confirm it like a dummy. And the whole time, like, let me tell you, like, I did not know that these people were fraud people. And it was crazy. Yeah, like they were SSA and all of that. So they told me, the story they told me was that the stuff that was happening on my social, basically somewhere in South Texas, it was a car found abandoned with 8 ounces of cocaine, blood, thousands of dollars, and they talking about some of the stuff traced it back to me through my Social Security under my name. And I'm just sitting here like, what? I'm like, cocaine, money, blood, car. Like, I don't have a car. I don't sniff none of that powdery stuff. I don't even have $1,000. Like, I'm broke. And then on top of that, blood, like, I'm just sitting here thinking like this is something real, and I'm just like, okay, well, something must have happened to that person, or they must have murdered somebody, or whatever the case may be. So I'm thinking like, okay, so they told me that in order to get my name cleared up, they kept switching in and out the line, saying they got to confirm with I forgot who they had to confirm. They had to confirm something with somebody, and they put me on hold, and then came back to the phone, and then put me on hold for something else. They had to get in contact with someone else, and put me on hold again, and came back. And I'm just following along with it because I'm thinking like, okay, this is real. So they ended up telling me like they have to close my credit card accounts, they have to close my bank account. They even asked me who I was banking with and all this other stuff, like just to confirm or whatever. And they told me, it seems like you haven't had any weird activity in your account in the past, but it's just this one. So I said I can go to jail for 9 years. I got a warrant out for my arrest and all this other stuff. And then they told me that they had to close my accounts down, and just to make sure that my money don't get lost to anything in the system or them people don't take my money, they called it a security locker or a security lock. Basically, they had me go to Walgreens. They had me go get 2 Google Play cards. So with the first card, they had me take out $315 out of my account to put on that card for the first card. Then I have to go to another Walgreens to take out $200. And altogether, I basically gave their ass $515 because once I scratched off the code on the back and gave it to them, they took my shit. And then when I went to the first Walgreens, like, the manager that's there, assistant manager, I think, me and her, like, when she see certain college students come in so frequently, it's like she conversates with them. So, like, she knew me. And she was telling me, like, I just want to make sure that you're okay, because it was a girl who came in and she found out that she was sending money to somebody and she didn't even know because she was doing the same exact thing that I was doing. So I'm just sitting here like, because I'm on the phone with them while this is going on, but I had them on mute because they supposedly told me not to tell anybody what was going on until after 24 hours. Then I could tell somebody what's going on. So I'm just like, okay. Then they talking about with all that money, they said, don't worry about it. They're like, because you're going to get the money back tomorrow by a police officer with your new Social Security card, and papers, papers to sign and all that. So I'm just following along with it. So I'm like, okay, we ain't close to the end. And then on top of that, they had me going to ATM to ATM to get the rest of the money off my account, which I was so lost about. Like they wanted me to clear my whole account out. Like, my bank account was in the negatives. My credit card bill, I only had $4 left. So I'm just sitting here like, wow, really? And it wouldn't let me take anything else out at the bank, at the ATM or whatever. So then, when we get close to the end of the conversation, he's talking about, if you got any questions, ma'am, and you need to call me. No, he was like, I'm going to give you the name to the police officer and his number. So he supposedly said that he gave me a name. I'm not even going to say the name because it's probably somebody's real name. I'm not going to say the name, but it was a false name. And he gave me a phone number. So I'm just like, okay, and I took it down. Then he was like, just call this number back here if you have any questions and ask for the name that he gave me of himself. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. So I hung up, got off the phone with him or whatever. And I just sat there and I'm just like, something ain't right. And I was going to ask him something. So I called back. Guess what I heard? Nothing. Like, when I literally called that number back, it just hung up with no ring. Then I tried calling the number that he gave me that was supposedly supposed to be a police officer number. And that number was like, it was like the noise that it make when you call when the phone number is disconnected. So I'm just sitting here on the phone with my boyfriend on FaceTime, just sitting here like, I just got fried. Like, somebody just stole my identity. I gave them my social and all of that. So I'm just sitting here like, are you serious? When I say I was just done, I was done. I called the police, I had a police report, talked to the Trade Commission, I talked to Social Security Fraud Department. I had to put freezes on all of my credit stuff. Like this stuff, it lasts for a year because when I got in contact with the Trade Commission, they told me, like, I called them today and they told me the only thing that they can do is just put that out there because it's been actually going on this year. Like, it's been going on before, but it's been really hectic this year because I'm guessing because of tax season and stuff like that. But it's been like, when I called Social Security, it was even like through the little voice thingy, it was saying like people are calling people claiming that they're SSA. And I'm just sitting here like, I feel so stupid. But you live and you learn, stuff happens. So then that's when the police and them came. We filed a police report. They was recording our conversation or whatever. And they was telling me, like, just to remember, like, if Social Security, anybody like that in that nature needs to get in contact with you, they're not going to call you. They're going to send you something in the mail. So I'm just like, wow. I was like, okay. And then when I went to Walgreens today to talk to the manager, she said the same thing. Because I told her that the situation she told me about that happened to somebody else happened to me. So it's just, this video here is like, since this is a real thing that's actually going on, it's really to just let you guys know, like, people that's my age, I'm 20, so like people that's my age, maybe a little bit younger, that's going into college or maybe still don't know too much about stuff like this, just be aware. Like, what I ended up doing, I'm gonna provide the links below. It's a link through the government. It's like when I went on Social Security website, it was a Trade Commission, and they give you, I learned it in class also my freshman year, but they give you like this link that you can go to. You click on it, it's connected through the government, and you put your name in I think it's your name, but I know for a fact you put your number on that list, and what it does is, like, the numbers that are fraud, they still call you, but whoever your carrier is, your phone company that you're with, it will say, like, say if I'm with AT&T, it'll say AT&T alert, and then they'll say next to it fraud risk, which means you're not supposed to answer that phone call because that number is tracing back to something that's not even real, not even a real department, not a real company, none of that. So I'm gonna provide that link below. Like, Trade Commission, like I said, Trade Commission, you gotta get in contact with them. Like, if something like this was to ever happen to you, or if you know anybody who had been through this, like, please get that done ASAP. Like, I don't want to provide all the links, but most likely I will once I find them, so you guys can go through that. But like with the credit stuff, you get through with Equifax. You go through Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. I think it's Experian, and you just go on them sites, create an account, and put a freeze on your stuff. I won't provide the links for those because, I mean, everybody know what credit y'all got. But like I said, But I'll just go ahead and still provide it in the link below. But just in case some people don't. But yeah, like, this is just a life lesson learned for me, because I never thought something like this would happen to me. Like, someone in my family, this happened to them too. So, I mean, it's not just me. Like, my auntie told me, like, someone that she had worked with or is working with, they've been through the same situation. It took them 10 years to get that stuff off their account because the people had their identity, but then she never did anything about it, and they just took over her account. And it's just very hectic. But I really just had to upload this video because this is like something that's really, really, really important, because I don't want anybody else to go through what I just went through, because it's very hard to get that money back. Because I done got through Chase, and yeah, I physically went in or whatever because they made me think that they was who they are, but Chase gotta do like a deep investigation to make sure like this wasn't you that did it, but it was. But it's complicated. Like, it's like once that money is on that card or whatever they tell you to do with it, it's gone. It's gone. It's no point. You're not getting it back. So I just don't want anybody else to go through what I went through. So other than that, like I said before, I'm gonna put the links in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that bell so you can get push notifications that I am uploading videos, because you might get a double upload today. It's just depending on how long it takes me to edit this video. But peace.